Albert Torcaso here. You know how I've been asking you to get into my business, and matter of fact, asking you to get into a business if it's mine or not. Yeah, I advise you to get into a multi-level marketing business or direct marketing, which are very similar. And I advise you to investigate the company, and I mean doing old school research, going to an actual thing called a library. And I'm not saying that sarcastically, because now with Google, everybody thinks, that's the only thing to do, or any search engine. Go to an actual brick and mortar, or mortar, however they pronounce it, library. Do some real research. Find out, for example, in some cases it's not possible, in most cases it is. Find out how much money did that company make in the last year. And if you're able to find out in the records, how much did they pay out to their distributors? Or a lot of people say they're marketers. And actually do the work. Yes, it's going to be a bit hard. Now let me tell you another truth. You get into any business, I don't care if it's selling French fries, hot dog stand in the summer, or if you live in a warm climate, whenever. I don't care if you're one of the people that have one of these trucks somewhere on earth that you sell whatever food you do. 98% of the brick and mortar jobs, or mortar job, businesses, careers, whatever, they're hard. Yet when people get into network marketing, they expect they're going to earn lots of money overnight. Well, no. There are things that are extraordinarily easy because you're already doing them now, every day. The difference is you're not getting paid for them. That's another video. We're not going to get into that again. That's not why we're here right now. My point is this. Don't get into any network marketing, or for that matter, any business, and expect all of a sudden make a whole lot of money. I'm not saying that can't happen. If the infrastructure's set up, if you have an audience, for example, let's say you're great at social networking, and you have a whole lot of people on Twitter that follows everything you do. Take that, utilize it for a business. Now, why should you take and get into my business and go in as a pro member for $68.50 a month? Well, let me ask you this question. Do you think that back in the day, in the beginning of Microsoft or iPhone or Apple itself, or maybe invested in companies that were wireless, like maybe in its infancy, maybe Sprint, or maybe even, I don't know if they're everywhere, but like Cricket Wireless or whatever, do you think you might be, if you invested in it, you might have a whole lot of millions of dollars? Well, the answer is yes. If you had invested, for example, in Microsoft, way back when it first started, you'd be looking at maybe a few $billion. That's not an exaggeration. That's fact. Now, why this company? Why VStream TV? I mean, there's thousands, if not millions, of other companies out there you could join. Or, launch your business with. Why us? I'll tell you why. I'll make the case for you. Because the difference is, this industry is in its infancy, its beginning stages. Think of it as Microsoft in the beginning. And you, for $70, $68.50, you can get a piece of that action. And all you have to do is share the information with people. Now, I'm not talking about going on the street and doing it the wrong way. I'm talking about learning your craft. And you're going to have training if you come into our company. We actually have a way for you to have 4 trainings a week. That's right, 4. Now, let me clarify. We have 2 company calls. One is on a Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The second one is 9 p.m. Thursday Eastern Standard Time. On Wednesday, we have our own organization. We have our own training call. And that is different than the other training call, we actually get into a lot of particulars that in the final analysis, if you will apply them, you can earn money. We're not talking about baby amounts. If you do the work, and it is work. This is not a playground where we say, oh, we're going to do this, and then all of a sudden we give up. No. If you do the work, though, this is why you should do it. This is a $2.2 trillion industry. Imagine if you got just 1% of that. I'm not a mathematician, but let's put it this way. You or your descendants would never have to work again in most cases. We're talking about being able to earn more money than most people could even dream of. Now, you may not make anything. If you get into that business, I don't care, freaking if you owned a McDonald's but you didn't do anything, you would not make anything. Now you got your people out there that say, yeah, but you're asking for $70. $70 is almost like 70 cents or $68.50. If you opened up a McDonald's, you'd be looking at $250,000, close to $1 million to open it. If you open that McDonald's or Burger King or whatever, let's say Starbucks, whatever it is, you don't get in for free. They don't say, oh yeah, you want to open a Starbucks? I know you worked here for 30 years. Yeah, go ahead. It's free. No, it don't work that way. You pay for the franchise fee, and then you got to pay for your supplies, and then you got to give royalties, and this, that, and the other. So before you know, you might be putting out who knows how much a year. Your profits will be really, really good after about 3 to 5 years if you keep at it and do a good job. Then there's the V stream. You get in, you put out $68.50. Not $6,000, not $600,000, or whatever else. $68.50 a month. And then what happens? Well, what do I get for that? That's another video. But let me tell you this. The first thing you're going to get is training, encouragement, motivation, and an education. Access to the softwares you need to get. Some are free, some are going to cost you some money, but it won't be $600,000. Now, I mentioned that a few times for a reason. We cannot succeed in life if we put the barriers in our brains. Do you really think that Bill Gates didn't go through a lot of you-know-what? That Steve Jobs didn't? That, Thomas Edison from a few hundred years ago, well, about 100 and some years ago? There are people right now that are creating new inventions that you and I, in 5 years or 10 years, are going to feel that it's an absolute necessity. The V-stream is part of a revolution. I'll give you an idea of what we're talking about here. This industry will not be worth $2.2 trillion in 5 years. It won't be. It will be worth 5 or 10 times that. And the majority of people out there will no longer have traditional cable, traditional satellite. Now, what does that really mean to you? Well, this is what it means. This is your Microsoft moment. This is your smartphone moment. This is your iPhone moment. And we're not asking you to buy the stock at $500 or $5,000. No, we're not. What we are asking you is to put some investment into yourself. Why? Because if you join for free, do you really think you're going to work this business as if you had your money involved? At the very least, you're going to work it until you hopefully get at least 1 or 2 sales. Am I right? If you don't have anything to lose, you lose everything. If you don't have anything to lose, that's when you lose everything. What do I mean? Anybody that comes in this business and learns it and actually applies themselves, in 2 to 3 years, they will be very happy. If they really learn how to do this business, we're looking at people that are going to be multi-millionaires. In fact, whether you like it or not, you believe it or not, you're looking at a future millionaire. And I know a lot of people going to laugh their butt off. I know. I wouldn't if I were you. And I'll tell you why. A lot of people thought what I claim was BS. Matter of fact, a lot of people thought when I said I was a talk show host or a journalist that I was making up lies. They tried to say they couldn't find information. Well, I'm going to share something with you. 2 days ago, former President Bill Clinton came to Pittsburgh. And I was there as press. I videotaped it. Now, there's going to be a lot of people saying he's full of crap. Go to my YouTube page. Look up Albert Torcaso on YouTube. And it says HMN covers President Clinton or something like that. You'll find it. You see, the worst thing that you're going to have to deal with when it comes to me, you're not going to like me very much. Because here's the reason. When I say something, I can back it up. And what's even worse than that? These things that seem like stories, they're actually true. And why I say that's going to scare you is because if one of the things I said is true, odds are 99.99 is true. And that means that those of you who haven't taken action based on your perceptions of me, you hurt yourself. That's Annette. She's coming into the vehicle. You didn't hurt me. You can't hurt me. You can delay me by not doing some things like maybe helping me grow my organization. But to delay me is meaning, let me rephrase that. To delay me, you delay yourself. I'm going to have a 90% shorter video coming up. But let me tell you this. I'm going to leave you with this. Those of you who want a better life, no, let me change that. Those of you who demand a better life with income, the tool known as income, so that you can live life on your terms, those of you who demand a better life are going to go right here, right now. They are going to get out their credit card, go to the website, and they're going to join as a pro member today. And they're going to get some bonuses that we're not even going to talk about here. But they're going to be very happy human beings. Those of you who don't watch this, don't believe this, say that I'm not doing something right, come up with some nonsense, you are going to remain in your financial situation. Because you could either launch a business with us, get the right training, and succeed. Or you can launch a business with somebody else, hopefully get the right training and succeed. Or you can be a doubter and have that dead end career and or job. Look, I care about you enough to tell you straight. I'm not going to hide anything from you. And if you want me to, I'm not that guy who's going to tell you you look good if you don't look good. And if you're somebody that asks me if you're fat in those jeans and you're a heavy person, I'm going to say, yeah, you look fat in those jeans. You look fat in everything that you actually own. If you don't want to look fat, lose the weight. If I see a person, they say, do I look too skinny? Yes. Eat. Get healthy. But don't ask me a question that you don't want an answer. Because unlike the military's, I don't even know if they still use it, but they used to have a don't ask, don't tell discriminatory policy for people who were lesbian or homosexual or transgender or whatever. It's called Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Well, I'm the opposite of that. You see, I do ask, and I do tell. So don't ask me a question you can't handle. And I'm here to tell you, if you ignore this video, you're not ignoring me. You think you are. That's your perception. You're hurting yourself, not me. Look, I'm not here to coddle anybody, including this guy, me. And one of the reasons why I'm fighting to get this income is I will have cosmetic things taken care of. Like, I don't like having missing teeth. I mean, I bring it up not because I'm embarrassed. I'm not thrilled about it. But I want to be 1,000% healthy. And trust me, it's not easy to eat when you have missing teeth. Oh, no, it ain't. So whether you move your behind or not, I will be a multimillionaire. I'm not giving up this gold mine. That's all I got to say. Next video, real short.